The girl was shocked to discover that for every gift her best friend gave her, the friend could take something from her worth 10,000 times the value of the gift. On that day, however, the friend had even taken out a loan to buy a handbag worth 500,000 yuan and gave it to the girl. The girl immediately realized that her friend had her eye on her identity as a wealthy young lady worth 5 billion yuan. But the girl did not expose her friend. Instead, after receiving the gift, she quietly threw it into the trash can, letting a passing beggar pick up the bag. This was because in her past life, after accepting all kinds of gifts from her friend, the girl had gradually lost everything. She had even become unrecognizable to her mother, who drove her out of the house. Reduced to a beggar, the girl had ultimately been killed by her so-called best friend. Now that she had been reborn, she was determined to make her friend pay a terrible price. After giving the bag from her friend to the beggar, the girl turned around, bought an identical handbag, and wore it on her person. She then headed to the dinner party her mother had arranged to announce her as the heir. Seeing the girl carrying the same style of bag, the friend mistakenly thought she had fallen into the trap. She then took out another loan of over 1 million yuan to buy a haute couture gown for the banquet. Witnessing this, her colleagues could not help but suspect that the friend was the wealthy young lady who had been hiding her identity while working at the company. They could not resist asking how she could afford such an expensive dress. The friend put on an act and claimed that this amount of money was just a drop in the bucket for her family. Upon hearing this, the colleagues became even more convinced that the friend was the chairman's daughter and began to curry favor with her one after another. Just then, the girl also arrived at the banquet, dressed in elegant formal attire. The friend immediately egged everyone on to mock the girl together, saying she was clearly poor yet deliberately put on airs of being rich, all just to keep up with her friend. In response, the girl remained calm and stated that she herself was the chairman's daughter and had no need to pretend to be wealthy at all. On hearing this, none of the colleagues believed her words. The friend also immediately put on a pitiful look and begged the girl not to fight her for her chairman mother. She said she would send more gifts to the girl later on. Witnessing this, the colleagues mistakenly thought that the girl often bullied and threatened the friend deliberately and even wanted to steal her identity as a wealthy young lady. They could not help but speak out to reprimand the girl, telling her to apologize to her friend. Helpless, the girl had to call her mother, saying that someone was bullying her at the scene and asking her to come and stand up for her. But seeing this, the friend did not panic at all. She planned to switch identities with the girl the moment the chairman arrived, so that she could humiliate the girl to the greatest extent possible. Before long, there was a commotion outside the door. The friend thought the chairman had arrived and quickly activated the identity switching program. But the next second, she found that the person who came was not the chairman, but a beggar. Seeing this, the friend was instantly dumbfounded. But when she learned that the beggar had come to look for her daughter, she immediately concluded that her identity switching system had randomly found a beggar mother for the girl. She then triumphantly told everyone that the girl had just called her beggar mother. Upon hearing this, everyone began to mock the girl for pretending to be wealthy despite being poor. But the next second, the beggar directly grabbed the friend and told her to go pick up trash together.